try again. Konbawa. Yes. So this new locos. Yeah. That's the box. That's the status coming in. All I've done is taken out the bit with my address on, the paperwork there. So let's get it open and see how we get on with this. I'm also testing out a thermometer that I bought, digital thermometer I brought for this room. Because I'm wondering sometimes if I'm running the aircon when I don't need to. Just because I think I've got a thought in my head that it's hotter than it actually is. What with those? That big. So it's next to the camera wobble, I'm doing my best. Right, I do have a video on completing the repairs to be made to this corner here. It's still not done as I record now, and I'm actually going to take advantage of that when it comes to doing this video, you know, because it means I can get a clearer shot of things for a second, so might as well. So that's just my order form. Right, so as a standard, that's good because the impact seems to have been up here. Maybe that's actually on. It seems to have been up here, and that's just where the filler was. So with some luck and prevailing wind, the wrapping of the fine folks at Hobby Search has won the day again. Now this is something, just one of these is something that I've been wanting for a while. So when the opportunity came up and with the price they were, I figured that let's get two. You know, they were so affordable. In fact, I've got the computer open here. Hang on. Okay. That's right. I've had to reinstall Windows on my computer. I did a little oopsie, messed up. Messed up my oh, flipping heck. Basically, I installed a version of Linux as a dual boot and then wanted to remove it because that install hadn't been done properly. So therefore, I then needed to I wanted to uninstall it, and as part of that, it just messed up me fast a bit. So it got to the point where I wasn't. I had to reinstall Windows basically. Right, so these come in. Now I'm logged in and everything at £30 each. Oh, £30.50 each. So that's £61 out there, which is still cheaper than a brand new UK Airline diesel by some way. For point of reference, the EFE J94s I've got were on discount at this much. Well, as much as one of these. One of those equals to these two, basically, around that price. So yeah, and I actually think those austerities are pretty good. Yeah. So what is it anyway? You've already seen. You've clicked the thumbnail. You've seen the title. But let's see and you've probably seen the thumbnail, yes, so you've seen them already. You beating me to it. How dare you? It's interesting. The temperature feels like it's getting hotter, but it hasn't actually moved yet, according to that. 26.5 though, without the aircon running. So we open up number one, and here is the beauty of, well, one, their packaging, and two, that Engage in Japan gets dual cases. The locomotive is protected in there. The box is fine on that one. So there's the first one. I did have this on my watch so I could actually see what was going on, but there we go. Yeah, so there's the first one. Let's just check the second one over as well, just to make sure that what I've just said isn't a load of hooey. What I will do as well is I'll get you nice and close to the locomotive when they're on the track. So, here is number 2. Back of the box is fine. That side. Top is fine. That side's fine. Yep. Yep. So, despite the damage to the box, both locomotives are A-OK. Now, this is, as you can probably see, Kato 7011-2. It's a DE10 diesel locomotive. These are Bocos, or Kobos, depending on which way it's going. But that's the real range. You've got a six wheel bogie there, and a four wheel bogie there. Or 3-axle bogie, or 2-axle bogie, depending how you like to put it. Trucks as well. You can replace the words as you need. Now these are both exactly the same. Get it a bit close to you. To use my watch as a guide. There we go. So it is in the case. I'm not going to do the holding it up to the camera thing because I say we'll see them on the track and you'll see it much better than I'm showing you now. The only thing I wanted to quickly do is just see what we get here. So in here we get there's the knuckle couplers, which I appreciate you probably can't see. And that looks like it might even be... Oh, they got the whistles as well, so we don't have to put the whistles on this. So we've got a selection of numbers. DE10-1188, DE10-1192, DE10-1574, and the bonus ball is DE10-1581. So that's our choice. So obviously one of these will become one of those and one of them will become the other. So why was I so eager to get these? I've got DE10s, I've got 3 of them already. This is 4 and 5. The other 3 are in different liveries. So 2 of them are in Kishu livery, like the 7 stars that we saw last time. And the other one is in JRF livery, Japan Rail Freight livery, which is the grey comes further on it, and it's, yeah, this is the livery of JNR, the Old National Railways. So this suits Tsunomichi if it was to run in ERA. There's a show next year that I have now received an invitation for. I'm very happy to say I've got a form to fill in a moment, which will be able to utilise these perfectly because, you know, the layout will need to run in its post-steam configuration for the weekend, which could be really fun. So yeah, still going to be a steam engine on it, on the plinth of course, but yeah, so these will run on it then. So anyway, without further ado, let's get you sat onto the track side, and yeah, we'll have a look at these and make sure they run and everything. Alrighty, I'll see you over there. I've got to move 2 trains first. I'll put them away, so I'll do that. Okay, so here we are. Track side, I'm just going to put the first one on. Still 26.5 degrees in here. 54% humidity though, which isn't very nice, but you know. Right, I'm going to put one on one way and one on the other way. put the other one on this way. So one's going to end up going. They're both going to. So they're both going to end up going short bonnet first. To encourage that. There we are. But here is the other one approaching the short bonnet. So again, cordless motors, I believe, in these. Let's have a look at the. Oh, these are GM3 motors. GM-3 motors. Okay, so here are the two DE10s. So obviously, as usual, we have the direction test. Is that not all on properly? It is. Just okay, that's something actually going on with the track there. 1 second. Okay, so nothing that I can discern from running my finger down it. It seems to be quite clear. Try that one more time going on. Might just be as it's glued in a bit more. But anyway, I think we can establish that one works okay. And now for the other one. Yep, okay, so what I'm going to do is turn the one on the outer track round so that we can have them going in when they eventually end up hauling trains later. They can you know, actually be pointing different ways. Which is weird because they'll both be physically pointing the same way, but obviously one will be travelling long bonnet first and one will be travelling short bonnet first, basically, is what I'm aiming for. Sorry, don't mean to keep catching you. So, as is now customary, as you know, when there's more than one train, well, any train or locomotive to be run in, is we now send them wrong road first, and then send them right road, and we'll get some trains behind them. Well, actually, technically first we will get the couplings changed on them, and then numbered and whistles fitted, that sort of thing first, and then we'll get some trains. So off they go, running in, and next you'll see them. We'll be doing the complete works on one of them, and I'll just do the other one off camera then, and then we'll get the trains running. So those are the upcoming scenes. Right, take it away. I must say, I really do feel they suit the look of this layout. Yeah, versatile engines, made to work, as it were. Used for passenger freight use on shunting and branch lines, and were used throughout the country. Popular for a distinctive style, including a semi-centre cab with convex body to driver's seat offset to one side, and an unusual five-axle drive with wheel system. Even now, from transportation to JR, these locomotives continue to be used throughout the country for shunting, pulling passenger trains and freight trains. So this is the DE10 set up for warm climate use, which is used for shunting freight cars and passenger cars on long electrified local lines. The general purpose use that can be enjoyed connecting a wide variety of vehicles, including freight cars and passenger cars. That's read from the blurb on Copy Search. So yes, and now while those running, I'm going to see if one of those numbers corresponds to a picture of one of these I found the other day. That was really cool. Right, see you later. Okay, so all run in. And now we have one of these little D10s here. Now usually I've got a plough I can hold on to and pull down, but I have to pull that out there and not drop that. Hopefully I'll be lucky here. No, I haven't. Okay, the little brass spring has come out. Bear with me one moment. Okay, so found it. It was on my trousers, so that's not so bad. So this one I'm going to try and just lower that down like that. Again, so there's two brass springs on that one, and one of those is actually loose, so let's pop what's in there far in. This one needs to go just in behind that one. Okay, so there are actually two in there, not one. Okay. Slightly more interesting. So just orientating that so I can see which way the spring has to go in. This is probably a result of the knock that caused it to the box to be so damaged. You've got to be very, very careful with these. Very, very careful because it's such a thin strip of metal. It's really easy to bend how you don't want it, and then you're up a creek. I've put it in one side there. Try and gently cut it in. I see it's come out the other side there. There we are. Okay, so that's in. That's in there now. Now, I'm just going to check the ribbon's another one hiding. So the other one's got two. Not seeing one. Which is the advantage of being metal, of course, is it's reasonably well utilized. Yeah, I'm not seeing another one. I think there was only one on that one. Tell you what, we'll bring the light in anyway. There we are. Okay, so. Okay. Here we are. Our packet of those. And of course, we always need a trusty wagon or coach that we can orientate our couplings on. You'll be familiar with this bit, I'm sure. Okay, so kniff to open up the packet here. Right. There we go, and open. Okay, so obviously that one came off that end, and that one came off that end. So, or maybe they have that one off that end. I can't remember. It doesn't really matter. They're both identical. So, are they? Yes, they are. Okay, so there's our wagon. We can establish the coupling works that way. Okay. So, first one. Really clever, we'll use the tweezers to sort of hold it steady while that goes on there. And then that will just clip back on. Under there. Oh, it's me worrying that springers were going to try and bid for freedom again. So I didn't think that had clipped properly. There we go, that was much more satisfying, but there we are. And the test. Okay. So now do the same again. Once more we'll use there we are. Okay, so okay. Okay, so there we are. There is that, and the test. Yep. And couplings done. So now you've got one of each of these to put in. So if I look up the DE10s, I don't think it's actually got the, oh, it has got the numbers on it. It's the long end goes backwards. Okay, so I'll set like that. Set my finger. There is a little tool that comes with it to do this, which isn't always the best at doing it. All about getting that initial purchase so that that's it, like that. So there we are, that's one whistle in. Okay, so we get another one. You do get some spares, you notice. Just going to spin it round. I was thinking, oh, I couldn't do this. Well, one, I just say, take your time. Don't be too hard on yourself. Oh, I went all the way in with the tweezers there. Don't be too hard on yourself if it doesn't go in first time, but also spare a thought, I've got to do this again another another 2 times, completely with the, well, everything needs to be done again with the other one. Okay, so this one I've actually done some research in the meantime. All of the numbers here have been withdrawn and scrapped, I'm sad to say. So yeah, I didn't have photos of the one I thought I did. Now I'm going to go with 1192 for one and 1574 for the other one. I would have gone through 1188, but as there's some connotations with the I did, working in the role I do, I had to do my prevent training, which is counter-terrorism, extremism, and all that sort of stuff. I know the number 88 is used by less than savoury characters, shall we say, and for that I've got a blocker on that one. If I got another 2 of these, I'd do it and just, you know, get on with life, you know, as it were. But yeah, just for now I've got the choice, so we'll do 1192 for this one. But then because I found photos of the other 2 in this livery, all 4 of them ended up in JRF livery, that I explained earlier on. So yeah, actually that's a good point. What's the number on that one? So here is the JRF livery. That's 1750, so we're totally safe on that front. But all of these ones ended up in that livery, all the ones it comes with, all of these. Ended up with that. So yeah. Right, so we're going to use. Oh, do you know what? Let's just use 88. Can't run from these things forever, can we? Now, you may just notice there is a little bit of a end on that one where it didn't quite cleanly come off. So I'm just going to take that away, because you don't want... Very gentle. You don't want any burr on that, that will cause issues trying to put it in. So, which ones go? We've got white ones, we've got orange ones. Well, the orange ones will go where it's mostly orange background, so one there. Okay, just very gently push it in. It will go. It's stuck to me a bit there. That's it. Gently. That's it. You'll feel it once it goes. Don't force it though, okay? That's where you end up bending it, and that's where people end up using glue. You don't need glue for these. Because once that's in, it ain't coming out. The way to get them out is you have to dismantle the loco and push them from the back to get them out. So that's... I know that from the 8620 I did recently. I put that wrong way up, didn't I? Yeah. So 1188. Just again, gently cutting it. Now the nice thing is when you do have more than one copy of a loco is you have spare number plates, because of course you're not using all of them for the same for the one model. So this one's got 2 little burrs, just want to cut that off. So these will impact your ability to put them in smoothly, so we want to make sure they are nice and clean. One other thing that's worth noting here is please, when if you get a Kato model like this, don't oil it when you get it. One of their more modern range, don't oil it when you get it. They don't need it. They're not designed to be oiled. If it's a little bit noisy, it's a little bit noisy. But you can actually make them a lot more noise by putting oil on them. So yeah. See, it's not far from being done now. We need the front and back number plates, and that will be ready to haul the train. Yeah, cool. It's cool, very cool. Now the next two are the trickier ones. I should have started with these. You always should start with the most, you know, when you've got something like this, which you could call a bit of a nasty job. You know, which slug is going to be the nastiest to eat. So start with that one, get it out of the way, as it were. So yeah, here we are. Again, just making sure it's nice and clean. Don't want to have any rush, you know. So then we get it sliced as plate. Now there's not much white there, but if you notice the white band goes around the front, so that's where we want to put this one. This one is going to be better off put in via tweezers into its resting place. Just encourage it. That's it. So again, just very, very gently. So you should feel it just give slightly as it goes in. Okay. See? At that end it looks finished, so just this one to do now. I mean just this one to do, you've got another loco to do yet for you. Yeah, well, you know. Actually wasn't that painful. The worst bit was when I thought I dropped the I had dropped it and I thought I was missing another one still. I'd say definitely is one down there. It would have shown up. Here's the right one, yeah. Now you see I should have used the tweezers again, shouldn't I? But can't listen to my own advice. But you see how it didn't go in, I was bending the handrail there and all sorts, so sometimes it is just best to actually use the tools for the job, as it were. So, oh, now it's moved entirely. Change the orientation slightly. So I'm not pushing down here, I'm just moving it. See, now it's slotted in. Immediately went to move it again, stopped, because you can quite easily damage these if you're not careful. Oh, I felt that go in nicely. There we go. It says 1 DE10, ready to ride the rails and haul a train, which is super. So I shall now disappear and do the other one. So just replace the couplings on, replacing the couplings on this one. And a couple of things come to mind. One is the fact that both of these only have a single piece of brass as their spring. So if anything, one of the couplings on the other one is oversprung. But hey, that's fine. We can deal with those. And the other thing, of course, about taking your time and everything with this small size, I do appreciate some people do have medical conditions which mean that this would be next to impossible for them. That's, you know, I'm not going, oh, it's, you know, it's just you're the problem. Obviously, if you physically can't do it, you physically can't do it. But it was more of a message for some of those. Oh, but it's honestly, it was more of a message of feel sorry for me because I got to do it again. And I'm going to let you watch me suffer for saying it as well. See what I mean? There you go. Now I don't know where that's gone. We'll have to dip into our spares, I fear. I just have to dip into a spare one. So I've got another load of these. I've got the other locos worth as well. But yeah, there we are. Oh, there it is. It's actually on the front of the engine. It's on the window, on the windows on the cab. So the key to this is getting it so that enough extrusion. That's it. You can just push it home. Say the other one is here. See you, you're there. There we are. There we go. Between us, I was actually amazed how smoothly it went on the other one. This whistle business. So in the past I have tried to use that tool that comes with it, and I've done it, but this is such a better way of doing it. There we are. Clearly that one wanted to be the long bonnet facing whistle. So that's the whistle done with, that's the couplings done. Oh, did I do a test? There we are, test that end. Just to make sure. Yep. Pop that away now. I've got the first one set up with the passenger train already. All it's done is moved it forward slightly and moved it back into the platform. Just does move. These do move really, really smoothly. It's so incredible, the mechanisms on them. Now these ones, see the numbers part way down, but remembering what I said about eating slugs, please don't actually go and eat slugs, by the way. I shouldn't have to put that out as a heads up, but yeah, don't eat slugs. That's bad. So yeah, 1574, these two here. So all I've got to do is very gently slide the blade in on the side and push it slightly. There we are. It's doing its best. There we are. Got it. Okay. I was trying to get purple on my keyboard, but it's gone pink. But hey, I kind of like it. A bit like the Love Hashira's hair in Demon Slayer, pink and green. My most commonly used keys. I want to have a bit of a play with the software that controls it, IQ. So I want to see if I can make it. So say when I press the mute key, I don't know if you can see the mute key here, but I'll press, if it unlocks off, that it actually goes a different colour. Because that would be cool. It's gone straight into the slot. There we are. Click into place. That's that end. See, if I said 1074, didn't I? 1574 is the one. You know, I haven't had my dinner yet. It's 7 o'clock in the evening, and all I've done is get ready for this. On a mission, you see, on a mission. I mean, the nice thing is, while the video's saving, then uploading, I can be sorting out some food, can't I? So, and eating. And afterwards, just enjoy them. So the people that do YouTube, do you ever feel that way, where you get a new loco or train or something, and then you sort of like, you know, I I want to play with it, but I've got to wait till I've done the video for it. You know, because I do sometimes. Though, you know, it's good because it gets me to do things like this, which is, you know, completely fitting all the details to it before if I go too far. It's to focus, I suppose, but should have this one went. They all seem to they all got scrapped the same sort of year, around 2020, 2021. So we've drawn in 2019, but the 4 numbers included with this set, that is. So yeah, quite recent in the scheme of things, but yeah. But yeah, so. Oh, and Dino, if you're watching and you get to this part, if you don't, then don't worry about it. Obviously, you can't worry about it if you're not there. Just save some space in your bag at start forward, would you? Don't be a huge amount of space, just a reasonable space, shall we say. Okay, you say reasonable space, depends what you think is reasonable, I guess, don't it? Batman box size. There we are, single Batman box size, there we are. But yeah. There we are, there's the other one, ready for traffic. Right. Let's get this one on a freight train and get some running shots, shall we? Alright, so here we are at the layout side. So first up we're going to set the freight train off first. So you see the lights come on. Let's see if we can bring the lights on the other one. There we are. This looks ready to go now. And off it goes. So that's something approaching a reasonable freight speed. What I like to run my freight trains at anyway. Now here goes the passenger train. Or once that's gone past, we'll send the passenger train up after. Give it a chance so we actually see it definitely for once, yeah. Or the once. There we are. The brake van there that we used during the one leading one is the one we used during our caboose, the one we used during the setting of the couplings. Right, now here comes the passenger train. I definitely have to look, see if there's any stones that snuck in under the thing. That looked like it was rocking slightly as it went around there. And again the freight train. I can't feel anything. Oh, I can see some there. Yeah, let's have to go through and make sure I clean that all out properly before I put the trees in. There we are. So as a remember, we have got 1188 on the passenger, D10 1188 on the passenger, and 1574 on the freight train. And I'm going to pass them both here. They're both coming pretty much neck and neck down the straights there, either side. So we might get something of a pass here. There we are. Yeah, I'll get you some different angles. Never fails. Right, this time. So, with that, time to say arigato gozaimashita, take care all, and sayonara.